You're already familiar with the Against Malaria Foundation. They distribute mosquito bed nets and provide basic guidance to families on how to use them. GiveWell is the organization that does the research we relied on before. They estimate that donations to the Against Malaria Foundation save a daily, or provide someone with a year of additional healthy life, for every $150 donated. Another charity that GiveWell has recommended grants to in the past is the Center for Pesticide Suicide Prevention. Pesticide ingestion is one of the most common methods of suicide worldwide, and it's particularly common in rural farming communities in Asia, Africa, and Latin America, where people have easy access to lethal pesticides. Yet many of these deaths can be prevented by banning or regulating highly hazardous pesticides and providing less lethal pesticides instead. So the Center for Pesticide Suicide Prevention advocates for these policy changes. Let's try and compare these charities. Imagine you had $5,500 to donate. You already know that this would, on average, save a child's life if you donate this amount to the Against Malaria Foundation. If you donate it to the CPSP, GiveWell very roughly estimates it'll save the life of about 20 adults. Which one would you donate to? When making that decision, even though you know the key facts, what outcomes each donation achieves to the best of our ability to estimate, there are still other important uncertainties and considerations. How do you compare between the importance of saving the life of an adult versus saving the life of a child? How does the fact that a substantial portion of those that die from pesticides do so intentionally affect our views on the two interventions? Does it matter that one is an implementation of a reliable and proven intervention, while the other advocates for policy change that is hard to predict? Comparing different ways to help requires value judgments. These are not set by the empirical facts of the world, but depend on one's perspective and worldview. Well, if that's the case, then how can GiveWell provide any recommendations at all? No matter how much research they do, they can't tell you what you would want. Now, many people don't want to engage with these deep and difficult questions, so GiveWell does the best it can, consulting with staff, donors, and researchers to set its default recommendations on the site. But if you're the kind of person who wants to deeply engage in the interplay between empirical facts and moral considerations, and since you're taking this course, I hope you are, GiveWell has something even better for you. Instead of just publishing its final conclusions, GiveWell transparently publishes its whole process. This includes a comprehensive set of data points relative to the cost-effectiveness of different charities. But they also publish and allow you to adjust a set of moral weights, which you can modify based on how you personally prioritize different outcomes. It is the combination of empirical facts based on their in-depth research with your own personal moral weights that dictates what charity you might want to donate to. Now, it's important to note that GiveWell is only the last part of the process. They don't perform the basic research on the effectiveness of interventions on their own. Instead, they rely on decades of work in academia. 3 of the top institutions doing this work are the Jameel Poverty Action Lab at MIT, the Center for Effective Global Action at Berkeley, and the nonprofit Innovations for Poverty Action. If you're interested in understanding existing research on effectiveness, I'd highly recommend reading articles on their website or joining some of their courses. We've added links after the video.